Hello, I'm Geoffrey Semaganda, and I'm excited to record this short video just as an update because a few education proposals was announced a few days ago, and we've been campaigning for financial literacy to be part of the curriculum. But for the first time, I think the politicians and people who make these decisions, they came to their common sense that the world is catching up on the Western world, and they're teaching financial literacy in China. So I think it's making common sense that it's not acceptable that we can raise children who cannot make basic financial decisions that's going to affect them for the rest of their lives. They don't know nothing about money management. We've been going through schools and talked to kids graduated from university, and they come out, they don't have basic knowledge in financial literacy. So I think it's phenomenal, and it's great news that this is going to be included a part of the program. Yes, it's hidden somewhere. If you're trying to read the proposal, you might actually miss it, but it's there. We've been campaigning and fighting for it for some time, and it's good news. Yes, it's difficult to believe that we spend and investing millions and millions, billions actually, into education system, but the one thing that we're educating them to be able to do, which is get out there and make money and look after yourself, and we don't teach them how to manage their money. We don't teach them how to make good financial decisions, so people can come and take advantage of their lack of knowledge all the time, purely because it's not part of the education system. It always beats me. So that's why I always wondered that I think the education system was always designed to keep poor people poor. But the good news is that because of the competitiveness of the planet, the world is much smaller. Our kids will be able to have to compete with the rest of the world. I think they're realizing they don't have much of a choice. If they don't teach them, the kids, to make good financial decisions, the rest of the world is catching up, and it's good news that common sense is starting to prevail at last. But you as a parent, just understand it's really your responsibility now to understand that whether it's the government responsibility, but you as a parent, it's your responsibility to make sure your child, from the age of 10, they should be able to understand some basic financial literacy. If they don't start now, they will never be able to start. It's funny, if your children is going to get into sport, you won't let them start learning about sports at the age of 20. They will be too late, right? If you want them to become musicians, you want them to start young. Anything which is sports, music, or you want them to start young. But why, when it comes to managing their money and making financial decisions for their future, we want them to not start at a young age? It beats me. But if you look at every single person out there who managed to make an impact on this planet, they really understood money at a very young age. So it's good news for our kids who live in the UK. And for someone like me coming from Africa, it also gives me excitement, because now we can actually tell those our countries that if it's good enough for Britain, or it's good enough for us too. You'd be amazed, it's even a harder fight over there. But I think it's a step in the right direction. Doesn't mean in the UK it's all of a sudden it's going to be applied, but I think it's going to be best on you, the parents, to really talk to your school governors and push this through, that it can start to get implemented. It's fantastic news. You should be very excited to know that your kids, by the time you leave university, or even if they leave school at the age of 16, they'll have some basic money management skills and some basic financial literacy skills, and to get out there and compete in the world that's very competitive today than it was a few years ago. If you're watching this, you come from a different part of the country, part of the world, well, it's about time to understand. Don't wait for the government to do it. You have to do it for your children. They have to understand basic financial management, financial literacy should be part of the education that you provide for them. If they don't teach at school, teach it at home. Make it a home school, learning program. If you don't have it, find somebody who can. Don't make the mistake that the rest of the world will take care of your children, or the government will take care of them. It's your responsibility to be able to do so. So, yeah, I thought in the morning I record this before I get into my work, but it's exciting news for those who live in Britain, and for those of the rest of the world who basically don't have that option. I think you should push it to make sure it's included in the education system for your countries. And if they don't have it, start doing it. Even you who are watching this who live in Britain, don't wait until it's part of the school system. You need to start now. There's so many books you can buy. There's so many videos you can buy. There's so many people out there who can coach your son, your daughter on how to understand basic money management. There's so many workshops that exist. So yeah, I'm excited, and I think it's great news for the country, to the world, and for us. Come from other part of the world, so also it's our opportunity to say, yeah, if it's good enough for these countries, it should be good enough, because we seem to be copying or waiting someone else to do it before we do something. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. I hope I'll keep you updated on what's the steps you need to take in order to make your son or your daughter more financially literate. I'm actually working on the book Financial Literacy for the Teens. I'm hoping I'll create a blog and I'll keep you informed on the matter. Take care. God bless. Bye for now.